Hello everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. So, how to manifest anything within 24 hours. Okay, so this is going to be a short video. So, how can you manifest anything that you desire in 24 hours? Okay, so my first thing that I'm going to say is make sure anything that you're trying to manifest, it is not outside of what you believe that you can manifest. So if you believe that you can manifest, let's say we're talking about money. So if you believe that you can manifest an extra $50 within 24 hours or maybe an extra $500, then go with that. If you don't believe that you can manifest like 10,000 or 50,000, I wouldn't start there. If you're new to manifesting, I would always start with something smaller to try to test out the waters. But anyway, so you want to set your intention. So what is it that you're trying to create? So let's say that you're trying to create an extra $50. Maybe you want to pay something, a bill or whatever. So you're going to set your intention for that. I recommend maybe writing it down somewhere, maybe on a card, something that you can keep with you. And I would recommend writing it down, whether it's just you putting down $50, just writing that out, or you can write it down like, I am so grateful for an extra $50 right now. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to separate yourself from what it is that you're trying to manifest. So I know a lot of times it can be hard because we want to know how it's going to happen. We want to know when it's going to happen, what time, what hour. Now, these things will cause you to resist the very thing you're trying to manifest. So basically, you want to maybe get yourself busy doing something that you love and enjoy. But for the most part, once you set your intention, okay, you write it out on a card, you speak it to the universe or to God, and I always recommend speaking it in a way as if it's already done, okay? And you don't want to say things like, I want an extra $50, or please, I need an extra $50. Anything like that is not going to bring it to you. So if you want to bring this to you quickly, you're going to want to say it as if it's already happened. So saying something like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I got an extra $50 from an unexpected source, or I'm so grateful now that I received an extra $50 from either an expected or unexpected source. Something like that. And you want to kind of say it, focus on it, and then the next part would be visualizing it. So for those of you that are that know how to actually visualize, and the visualizing thing is actually very simple. I'm going to give you an example of how to visualize something. So I'm going to use an example of maybe an apple. So if you don't have an apple at home, find something that you do have. Okay, so I want you to look at it and see it with your external eyes. Then I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to see the apple and with your internal eyes. And you should be able to create an internal image of whatever item you chose. For me right now, I'm using an apple as an example. So I'm able right now, even with my eyes open, I can see an apple in my mind. Okay, so now that we have got that out of the way, you want to see yourself receiving an extra $50. You can pretty much choose any way. Maybe you see it coming in the form of a check, or maybe you see someone handing you the $50, or maybe you just check your bank account and boom, you see that your balance is $50 more. Something as simple as that. Okay, so you wrote your intention down on the card, you've seen it in your mind. Now the next step is to let it go. So at this point, you're not going to think about it anymore. You're just going to completely let it go. You're not going to really talk about it or anything like that. So this part is so important, because if you're thinking about how and you're checking your bank account balance, it's going to be hard for you to create it. So you got to be able to create that separation. So that's why I always say, find something to do, get yourself involved in something, whether it be playing video games, maybe watching a movie, or maybe meditating, or working out, something like that. So these are the steps, and if you do these steps correctly, you will be able to manifest anything within 24 hours. So, if you're really new to this, I recommend trying little small things, like maybe trying to manifest, a particular type of flower, or, something really small, because the idea is to kind of try to build yourself up in terms of manifesting. I know when I was new to manifesting, it was kind of challenging for me to manifest things just because I didn't really believe in it. So, I started off small. Like, I remember trying to manifest a sunflower, and it actually took me 2 weeks, because actually I'm not sure why it took me 2 weeks, but it did. The first thing that happened was I was actually working at McDonald's at the time, and I remember I was working inside, working overnight, and I had already set the intention to to bring a sunflower into my reality. So nowhere that I, frequented were there sunflowers. My house, there was no sunflowers there. None of my neighbors had them. At work, there was none there. I hadn't really seen any in the grocery store, something like that. But anyway, so I'm at work, and it's, overnight, so we're not really supposed to go outside. But I got this idea, for some reason, a thought popped in my head, like, go outside and go into the drive-thru. So, I was like, okay, I'm not really not supposed to do this, whatever. So, but I did it anyway. So I went outside and I went to the drive-thru. When I went to the drive-thru, on the ground, there was like some sort of piece of foamy paper or something cut out in like a square shape. And on one side was the letter A. And then, I picked it up. I'm like, what the heck is this? And then, on the other side was a picture of a sunflower. I'm like, oh my God, okay. So I just manifested the sunflower. And then 2 days later, I was also working for Lyft, and I was going to pick up a passenger. And when I got to the pickup address, she had tons and tons of sunflowers outside her house. And this was also in an area that I had never been to before. So this is kind of a simple example of how to manifest something that's not outside of your belief system, something that may be easier. So you may want to start off with something, maybe silly and small like that. And then as you build your belief system, you'll be able to manifest bigger and bigger and bigger things. So, I hope this helped everybody, in terms of, how to manifest things. And if you do the steps, exactly how I said, you will be able to manifest anything within 24 hours. So until next time, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and I send you lots of blessings of happiness, wealth, prosperity, abundance, and lots of adventure. See ya.